Right, so we're here for an update on ISF. And on this one, Mr. Garahan, I think defense is requesting that the ISF be removed.
Yes, Your Honor. I've discussed it with probation. They've confirmed that she cannot go to ISF with the medications. We've had several women in the jail that have been sent there, and they've been sent back because they have the same medication. What I'm recommending the court is either lifetime recovery or intensive outpatient. I'm leaning toward intensive outpatient. I think she's very motivated to get on with her life.
Well, what medications are you on and what are the medications for?
I was not aware of this program. When I got to jail, I was there about 3 weeks, and it's an antagonist for opiates. It's a whole program with the recovery motion that I'm taking, and the medication is it's a blocker. So it's just no withdrawal, no absolutely. It just makes you have a life, basically.
So
better than methadone.
So you know the name of the medication?
It's called Subutex.
Okay. And how long have you been on this medication?
3.5 months. Well, since I got to jail, 3 weeks after I got to jail.
And this program that you're in, if you're released, do you have a case manager to work with you on the dosage?
Christine Denning, she's the probation officer that heads up the MAP program.
All right, Christine what?
Denning, she's in the probation department that runs the program, the MAP program. And also I already have a prescription in my property for when I am released.
All right, Ms. Abrams.
Yes, sir. So I did get confirmation that Ms. Samuel McNeil has been participating in the jail MAP program, and she is receiving that medication. The medication is used to treat opioid use disorder, and unfortunately, all the state programs will not provide it. We're trying to make it available in our local facilities, but we haven't gotten there either. Ms. Denning is one of our assessors, and she does work with the Center for Healthcare Services.
All right, so she will have someone through probation. Is it going to be Christine Denning that follows up?
If I would ask that if we're going to amend conditions for her release, that we start with either lifetime recovery or intensive outpatient treatment.
All right, pause right here. This is where things turn from chaos to consequences. We're moving from emotional testimony into a legal tug of war over treatment versus punishment. And that decision could literally decide whether this woman walks free or stays behind bars.
And then amend for a Center for Healthcare Services referral. Ms. Denning is not a officer that carries a caseload, so she wouldn't be the one to follow up and make sure that she's doing what she needs to do. It would be her actual officer doing that.
All right, would Lifetime Recovery accept her? Do we know?
I don't know the answer.
Judge, we would do the referral process.
All right, here's my concern.
Yes,
and I want you to be successful on this probation. And the last thing I want is for you to be released and then something happens, you fall off, you use, because I'm not a chemist. Vashon, even though I was president of my chemist high school class, that of chemistry and physics, that doesn't mean that I'm a chemist or a physicist. So I don't know what would happen to you if you were on this drug and you decided to end up using. So I do want a placement for you. Lifetime Recovery is a very good program, and Lifetime Recovery won't take them that long to accept you. Okay?
Can I say something?
Sure.
I've been locked up for going on 5 months. Mm-hmm. I've never been away from my family this long. I lost my grandfather, and I feel like a horrible daughter being away from my mom. Can't be. I know that I made a horrible decision. I feel like this Bear County broke me. I want to go home.
No, I understand you're saying that, but the problem is you're not looking at the big picture. And the big picture of this is that you were on probation right? You were placed on probation in 2023. And then what ends up happening? You have a motion to revoke filed. And the motion to revoke that was filed against you was for a new number one. And a new number one means that you were on probation and you committed a new crime.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So where we are is there are some judges who would have revoked you and you would have been doing your time at prison and then you would have been released from prison and then it would have been, oh, well. Right?
Yes.
So I am trying to make sure that I don't see you back here again because who knows what will happen. Either you'll come back or maybe you'll overdose. I don't know. So there are consequences to all of our actions. Sometimes we don't face the consequences on the front end. Sometimes we end up facing them on the back end. But you're looking at potentially 5 years in prison if you're unsuccessful. And everybody will always tell you, and your attorney will tell you, you know what? They find Jesus at the jail. And sometimes they do. And, you know, I'm a Christian, right? So I know that sometimes people do find Jesus at the jail and sometimes they will never get in trouble again. But then what I can tell you about 85% of the people, and I've done the statistics, about 85% of the people who say they found Jesus at the jail, they're never going to get in any trouble again. They need to be with their family. They want to be with their children. You know, a family member passed or a family member is sick. I want to take care of them. You know what ends up happening? They get released. They go out in the world. They have the best of intentions, but then all of these temptations hit them. It's sort of like when people are on church on Sunday, when they're in church on Sunday, it is great because everybody there is saying they're going to follow the rule, the golden rule. It's going to be great. You know, you pay your tithes or whatever at the church. And then when you're released, Sunday, you're still feeling the glow. Then Monday, something hits you. Tuesday, something hits you. And you forget all about what happened in church on Sunday. And the cycle starts over. So what's going to happen is I am going to have you referred to lifetime recovery. And what we'll do, Mr. Young, is we'll bring her back in 2 weeks. If she is not accepted into lifetime recovery by that time in 2 weeks, then I'll do something else. And it'll most likely be intensive outpatient treatment. But if she is not accepted into lifetime treatment because she says, I'm not going to lifetime treatment, that's something different.
I understand that.
All right. So, Ms. Abrams, and I'm sorry, State, do you have any objections to her being, the conditions being amended and altered to lifetime recovery?
No, yeah.
All right. So what we will do is we're going to alter and amend conditions to lifetime recovery. And Jenna, she's to be released to lifetime recovery only. A referral to Center for Healthcare Services.
This is a critical moment. The defendant is on MAT medication assisted treatment, which courts increasingly recognize as legitimate recovery, not drug use. But here's the catch. Not every program or facility is equipped or willing to work with it.
And continued participation in the MAP program. Is that MAP? MAT in the MAP program. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court? All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Your Honor.
All right. Alexis Rodriguez. Good morning. Have you conferred with the state? All right.
It's all done, yeah.
All right. And where's your client? Court is calling. Hey, hi. Sure. Well, good morning. Court is calling NIMAC number 738729, State versus Alexis C. Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Jerry, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Mick Aguilar on behalf of Alexis Rodriguez.
And are you Alexis Rodriguez? All right, counsel, you're here for, to set bond?
Yes, Judge.
My understanding that an agreement has been reached with the state to set the bond at $5,000. Is that correct?
I visited with Mr. Garrett yesterday. He wrote her his.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
I
thank
did
you.
remind him that we were going to be here this morning.
All right, state, any requests for any conditions?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alexis Rodriguez.
All right. So these questions I'm going to ask you, they're related to your conditions of bond, not the case that you have before me. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So first question, Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues? Have you ever been to see a psychiatrist? Have you ever been placed on any type of medications? All right. Have you ever used any type of drug in the past?
Marijuana.
Anything other than marijuana? And if you were drug tested today, what would the results be? All right. So,
I know they can give her a quantity of drugs in the jail, but I don't think you get a chance to smoke marijuana.
okay.
But she's been there 2 months. Court-appointed lawyer wasn't doing his job. And the family-
Well, and the reason why I asked you whether or not you would test positive, because sometimes drugs stay longer in the system, but I don't want to get into the facts of your case because you're charged with marijuana possession.
But yeah, she's been locked up for in excess of 60 days.
All right. All right. This is what the court is going to do. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. There's going to be regular UAs, waive fees. And in the past, when you used marijuana, how often were you using?
Everybody, I would say like every week, 3 weekends.
Okay. And I'm going to do 60 sober meetings in 60 days. All right, counsel, is there anything else?
Now, when you say sober meetings, it's like an AA, NA.
Yes.
We're doing my church.
Yes, that's what they call them now.
Sober meetings.
Yes. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further from us, Judge.
All right. Thank you. They'll probably release you sometime at midnight. And what is this 444 on your chest?
It's angel numbers, protection.
All right. All right. Well, you got to do your part.
Thank you.
All
Judge.
right. Thank you. And counsel, you on this side. All right. So on this case, hello.
Hi, Mom.
On this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe I have most of the discovery, but I do need to file my blood motion to get the blood evidence to me. I did get an offer today, Judge. I'd like to file the normal discovery motion, a blood motion.
All right. So that blood discovery motion needs to be filed by this week. And state, once you receive that, tender it to the court so that I can sign it.
Yes, Judge.
So that's to be filed. Are you able to get it filed by Thursday?
Judge, if you could give me until Monday, that would be great. I've got giant discovery deadline on the civil case Thursday, and then I've got a civil trial on Friday.
All right. The blood discovery motion needs to be filed by March 3rd. And state, once you receive that, present it to the court. And then Norma, set this for the end of March for a plea deadline date. All right. Your next court date is going to be March 31st. You need to be on time for court. You understand? All right. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning.
I have on 2 of these cases. Mr. Thompson has a second court-appointed attorney on the.
Listen closely to the judge here. This isn't sympathy. It's risk management. Judges aren't just asking, do I believe you? They're asking what happens if I'm wrong. And that's where placements like lifetime recovery come into play.
Case.
All right. Who's the other attorney on the third case?
I think it says Russell Mitchell, Judge.
Russell Mitchell.
That is correct.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm asking for a brief reset. I know we're set for trial on this matter, but it appears this is one that's going to work out.
Okay.
Mr. Thompson was issued a bench warrant from here in February of 2023, but it wasn't executed until January of 2025 when he made it back to Bexar County.
Okay.
I'm asking for this reset so that I can contact these other counties that he's been bouncing around and to get him credit for those other 2 years that this bench warrant was floating out there so that he gets credit for any time if this does end up getting resolved by exam.
All right. And state, did you tender an offer?
We tendered a tentative offer.
That is correct, Your Honor. They did tender a tentative offer.
All right.
So the cases that we conferred on, all cases would be resolved, but we conferred on the offer and it will be with this attorney.
All right. So, Norma, let's recall this back on March 17th. All
Thank
right.
you, Your Honor.
And sir, if they want to, if you're, excuse me, you're talking too loud. And number 2, we don't use profanity in this courtroom. All right. All right. So we're going to bring you back on March 17th. And if your attorney is able to work things out sooner than that, he'll let us know and we'll bring you over. What I can tell you is whatever credit you have, because you were in different counties and it took us a long time to find out where you were,
Yes.
you will receive credit for that. So you're entitled to all of that time legally. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, do you require a discovery acknowledgement and punishment election today?
No.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. And Norma, can you talk to defense counsel Russell and see if it would be best if just one attorney is on all of the cases? Good morning. So are you ready on the motion to revoke?
Well, Judge, I wanted to talk with you about that.
Yes.
So do you have a copy of the motion already?
Yes.
Okay, I got a copy for you.
You mean the copy of the motion to revoke? Yes, I have a copy of the motion to
Okay,
revoke.
perfect. So Judge, we have kind of a unique situation here. Honestly say, I don't think I've ever had it before. She's doing pretty well on her probation, but she has these positive blows. She'd had an accident, not a major accident, and she started having problems with it. And so she had the blows on the 16th of December, and then she on the 17th, which is the last violation, she blew it was a .030 again. So her mom is actually in DWI court and has ignition interlock. She knew she hadn't been drinking, so she went over and she blew in her mom's, which came back as 0. I can't get those records yet. I'm going to go see if I can get those records for you to show that. She also, and I talked to the prosecutor about all this, she also took the car into the installation people. Do you mind if I give her this?
All right, so are y'all ready to go on the motion to
Well,
revoke? Because you all are presenting evidence, so.
Well, Judge, I don't have all the documentation you're going to want. So unless you think that you're not going to need that, she didn't actually violate. She was never drinking. So, but all I have right now is the documentation from the installer indicating what he did in his conversations with the toxolog. I have not been able to get through the toxolog to get their documentation, and nor have I been able to get the toxolog records for her moms, which I think will show that there really was a problem with the ignition interlock in this situation.
Mhm.
In which case, I think I would request that if the state would, consider withdrawing it if that is the situation. She's doing well on probation other than that. So, Judge, I guess what I'm saying is, if you think that's enough documentation for that, if you need additional, of which it does exist, then we would need to get a reset to get that documentation. But Judge, in this case, I truly believe my client did not violate at all. So I really I don't want her to have to post a big bond when she's, it was really truly in this situation, a problem with the device. If you want us to go ahead and get the additional documentation, I request if perhaps you might consider withdrawing the warrant and issuing a summons for her to come back. I don't know how you feel about that sort of thing. I've never done that in this court.
Well, have you all conferred on this?
We've conferred on it, Judge, and based on my conversations with the court, if she is able to obtain those records from Intoxalock, I believe that they possibly could be exculpatory. And my issue with the evidence that she's provided today, I don't know who that person.
This right here is courtroom reality. Some judges would have already sent her to prison, no debate, no second chances. Instead, this judge is threading the needle between accountability and rehabilitation question. Will it work?
I don't know if that person has a special relationship with the defendant and just putting stuff on the document and just put it on there. So that's why I don't feel comfortable proceeding on a motion right now, but I will agree.
So with regards to the Intoxalock, is that on the ignition interlock? Do they do that by camera?
Yes.
So then if she was blowing in her mom's device, which she shouldn't have, they should have that?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so what's Intoxalock's number?
I can look that up for you, Judge. I don't know if probation has a special contact number, but I'm just looking for the main number.
Any objections to the court calling Intoxalock?
No, Judge. None from defense.
All right, just have a seat.
Judge, I have for them.
Is it the 88 number?
See, 844-909-2406. That's just the main number. It's not a special number. But
Okay. All right, just have a seat.
and just so you'll be aware, she had a number of requirements on her probation. She's done the AA meetings, 90 days of the AA,
Okay.
the parenting class, the VIP,
All right, so-
a lifetime.
Just have a
Okay.
seat. All right, thanks.
Yes, thanks, Judge.
Good morning. All right, please lower your hand. Do you see I have someone before me? That's rude. I'll get to you when I'm able to get to you. Your case has not been pulled up here. Do you understand? I mean, you start with the profanity and now you're interrupting proceedings. Don't do that. Hi, it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, we have an issue. He does not speak English, so I have an interpreter here. We need to get a Spanish speaker.
All right. So your attorney wishes to be removed because he is not a Spanish speaker. Do you have any objection to that?
No.
All right, thank you. You'll be removed and we will obtain a Spanish speaker. All right, thank you.
Judge, continue.
Just have a seat. All right, who's here, a Spanish speaker?
DEA repeated public case or anything.
All right, so you have all the discovery?
No, we're missing a piece. It's really strange because this was a body cam. We can't seem to find it. I've even brought a USB and I guess it's your feet.
All right, do you know where
Forward.
body cam, do you know where that is?
No idea, Your Honor.
All right, have you looked for it?
I've
Been told what body cam it is, so I'm not sure which one it is that I'm supposed to look for. So
All right.
at this point, no, Jim.
All right, so if you will talk to the state, let them know which body cam it is, maybe they can pull it up for you now.
okay.
All right, thank you.
But we'd still like a reset. I want to get a investigator to contact baby mama's boyfriend, who allegedly owned the car in the past. And the state was going to look into ownership of the car.
All right, so let's see first about the body cam, so you can have that, then your investigator will have something. So yes.
Okay, do you mind if I elaborate on some things? I first got assigned Mr. Hayek with a theft. I showed up for court, right? They had just changed the Odyssey thing. So the bailiff told me to talk to the coordinator, however it was on the other side, it was in county court, right? Well, she gave me a piece of paper saying, call in 2 weeks. Well, Mr. Hayek didn't see me there apparently and got me a FTA, right? So I knew I had an FTA when they walked up on me until I ran, right? I did do that, right?
This analogy hits hard, and it's intentional. The judge is breaking down relapse risk in plain language. Good intentions don't survive temptation without structure, and legally speaking, structure is the court's safety net.
But I
Let me
did
ask
show
you
up to
something.
court.
Let me ask you something. So why are you admitting to committing crimes? Because that's what you've just done.
Yes, ma'am, because I did evade arrest.
All right, so you just admitted to a crime, so that's eliminating probably one defense your attorney may or may not have for you.
Oh, I understand that, but I'm just honest with what I did. So, I just want to be honest with you. So then I had my people call Mr. Hayek and talk about, okay, well, I got arrested. I got shot with a flare gun, right? And it caught some stuff on fire. I bonded out on all these charges. I paid $2,200. I was out 3 days. I was there on the side of the road trying to put the fire out. The fire marshal said there's no evidence to charge me with the crime, right? But Fayette County's charged me anyways, and it pulled all my bonds. I paid $2,200 to get out, right? I got things going on with my kids. I just started seeing my 3-year-old kid. I was just helping them on the side of the road. Look, well, it pulled all my bonds. So I was gonna see if somehow, cause I had Charles Bunk, and he read on there, on the police report, it says, there's no evidence to charge James Cody Davis, right? But they did anyway, so he got it, he went, and he was like, I don't even know how they even didn't reject you. So he went and got it thrown out before it was indicted or anything, right? Within a week after he seen me the first time, Charles Bunk. So, I was gonna see somehow, like I paid $2,200 to get out for 3 days, and I was putting a fire out there when I got shot with a flare gun, right? So if there's any way you can look into that or reinstate my bonds or something, because I was only out 3 days and I wasn't even supposed to get arrested for the arson, and I'm the one that got shot, boom, by a flare gun, and it caught my shirt on fire. I'm still in jail. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there's any way you could help get my bonds reinstated. I was through Armstrong.
Well, with regards to bonds being reinstated, your bondsman will need to request that they be put back on your bond. Reinstatement of bond means that I'm telling the bondsman, you're back on this bond. And that's not something that I do.
Okay.
So the bondsman will have to agree to be on your bond.
What
And
about them doubling it? And when I wasn't supposed to get arrested?
excuse me, yes.
Sorry for interrupting you, Mr. Davis. May I be excused to try and look for
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. So that's where we are. So, and then where we are right now is you're going to have a seat. He's going to see if he has the body cam that you're looking for, and then you can approach again. All right, thank you.
Different defendants saying courtroom lesson bond conditions aren't about punishment, they're about control, drug testing, sober meetings, supervision. This is the court saying freedom comes with strings attached. Would you take that deal?